it would seem that there's some very serious political troubles brewing for majority leader in parliament, Aden Duale. Some would say the chickens are coming home to roost, because you cannot continue being abrasive in politics, and politics, you always make enemies anyway. So when you do things that will encourage even more enemies, when you behave in such a manner that you will attract very bitter enemies, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea in politics. Anytime, any day, anywhere. So some would say what is happening was inevitable right from the word go. Be as it may, the truth is that Bwana Duale is about to face the most serious political crisis in his short political career. And the crux of the problem is from his own backyard, in Garissa. Now, we all know he has got very strong backing. He's being mentored by the Deputy President William Ruto. Indeed, he has always been a DP Ruto man, right from the word go. Even when he was in ODM, because he first got elected in 2007 under an ODM ticket. We shall look into those issues affecting Bwana Duale immediately after the short upcoming commercial break. Don't go away.
Political assassinations in Kenya made to look like accidents. Or natural causes. Or even alleged overdoses of Viagra. Meanwhile, Kenyans do not have a clue. Make sure you catch Kumekucha's very revealing video right here on this channel. You'll be shocked. That I guarantee you. Click on the link that will appear on the top left-hand corner of your screen, and you'll be able to watch this investigative report right away. Keep it here on the Kumekucha Chris channel. Compelling content that you will never find anywhere else.
Welcome back. Now, before we go into Duale's issues, let's have a little background, because there are a lot of things about Duale I'm sure most of us do not know. Now, Bwana Duale has come a very long way because he comes from very humble beginnings. Very interestingly, his father did not believe in education. Very traditional man. He had his herd of cows, and to him that was the most important thing. But fortunately, Duale's mother thought different. So she moved with her kids into town, left the dad out in the bush there with his herd, so that her children would go to school, including Duale. And that's how he went through Garissa High, and went to do his all A-levels at a school called Moi Forces Academy. This school is very political. I know a lot of people went through there who ended up in politics. And even those not yet in politics are very political. I wonder what political things they feed people at this school. Because, for instance, if I can give you just one example, Anway Guru used to go to Moi Forces Academy. It's a mixed A-level high school. Of course, I'm talking about the old A-level system. Obviously, our education system has changed now and is in the process of changing again. Anyway, Duale was at Moi Forces Academy, then on to Moi University. Something else many people don't know about Duale. He's a former assistant minister. He was an assistant minister for livestock in the Grand Coalition government, from 2008 to 2011. Now, of course, Bwana Duale is very well known for his very biting remarks. As far as speaking is concerned, he shoots first, asks questions later. And maybe the most memorable incident was in Bomet, Rift Valley, where he stood on the podium, and while dressing down the then Bomet governor, Isaac Ruto, he made a comment that went something like, "Unafikiri hii pesa ni ya mama yako?" Loosely translated, "Do you think this money belongs to your mother?" Now, that incident was captured on television. Yeah, there's video available online on what happened. But one thing is very clear. Had it not been for the very fast, swift action of those around, Bwana Duale would definitely have been floored by Bomet Governor Isaac Ruto. You know, he's a very hefty, bulky man, yeah? And nobody would like to be on the receiving end of a punch or something like that from Bwana Isaac Ruto. Definitely not. And you know, Duale is a northeastern kind of physique. Yeah, he's a light, thin man. Weight is important. I mean, that's why in boxing, there are different weight categories. Anyway, Bwana Duale has gotten into trouble very many times because of his tongue. Yeah. Another time was in the Rift Valley when he was firing salvos at Gideon Moi. Now, Duale is married to former, retired general of the army, General Mahmoud Mohammed, yeah, who was once the chief of general staff under retired President Moi. Now, of course, younger Kenyans do not know who Mahmoud Mohammed is, but older Kenyans know him very well. He was at the forefront of crashing the coup attempt in 1982 against the government of President Moi. And this was not the kind of general to lead an attack or an offensive from a command post. He was right at the front there with his soldiers, yeah, and they stormed into town where the Kenya Air Force soldiers had taken over places like KBC, Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, and other strategic installations all over the country. It was Mahmoud Mohammed who personally stormed into KBC, yeah. There were massive casualties on the side of the Air Force soldiers, and took back the KBC broadcasting station. The Air Force which had led that coup was quickly disbanded by Moi, yeah, and there was a new Air Force reconstituted, yeah, which was called the 82 Air Force. And Mahmoud Mohammed was put in charge of it, yeah, to organize a complete cleanup, yeah. Anyway, back to Duale. So Duale made a remark that really upset the Kalenjin nation, where he insinuated that had it not been for Mahmoud Mohammed, Moi was cooked. It was Mahmoud Mohammed who came to his rescue, while Moi hid behind somewhere. And Duale was insinuating, because the mother of his children is the general's daughter, yeah, he has inside information on exactly what went down, yeah, and how Mahmoud Mohammed saved Moi. The Kalenjin nation was livid. Indeed, to this day, although Duale is a very close person to DP William Ruto, he does not make very many speeches in the Rift Valley. Yeah, he has to tread very, very carefully. And then there was the steamy scandal which broke late last year, November 2017, where a very steamy telephone conversation was leaked out, the audio, yeah, between himself and a presidential candidate called Nazlin Umar. The audio is, of course, available online. It's even still available on YouTube, yeah, where Nazlin Umar asks for a Lexus. And Aden Duale asks her if she still loves him, yeah, and she says yes, under pressure, of course. But it has emerged that actually they've been having a relationship for 3 years. Nazlin Umar herself was interviewed on Jambo Radio, and she confessed that that audio was authentic. Yeah, and she said, it was a conversation between her and her kipenzi cha moyo, yeah, sweetheart, Aden Duale. Aden Duale is, of course, married, but then is a Muslim man, and Muslims are allowed up to 4 wives. Okay, so there's no big scandal there. Anyway, the truth is, Bwana Aden Duale has been doing business for a long time. He has a very huge cattle ranch somewhere at the coast. He has a building or two somewhere in Isili, okay, and he has got this chemical company which supplies chemicals, which he has had for some time. He has been a modest businessman, yeah. That was until 2013. In that year, the kind of businesses Bwana Duale does changed dramatically, because we have credible information that one of the things he does is road construction. Jijazie. Join the dots for yourself. Anyway, as a result of these new business ventures, Aden Duale has become a very wealthy man, yeah, within a very short time. Now, one of the things that happens when you become very wealthy very suddenly is there's a lot of jealousy that builds against you. And of course, in Aden Duale's case, his very sharp tongue does not help matters. And so now there's very credible information that the people in his own backyard in Garissa are planning a major political offensive against him. Now, this could not have come at a worse time, yeah, because Duale is supposed to rally the troops in Northeastern on behalf of DP Ruto for his 2022 bid at the presidency. However, what is emerging is that Duale is going to be kept so busy putting out fires in his own backyard that campaigning and drumming up support for DP Ruto will be out of question. Now, after I was aware of this information, I got very interested in something in the public domain about a visit from Northeastern leaders to Raila Odinga's office. And I tried in vain to try and find out what they discussed during this meeting, but so far I've been unsuccessful. However, I think it is safe to say that meeting was not in the best interests of Bwana Aden Duale. And it could be very easily linked to the scheming that is going on behind his back in the Northeastern province. I just thought I should give you a heads up, yeah, so that when the screaming headlines start to come out, you'll have a very good idea of what's going on. You know, these are some of the repercussions of doing, that move of pop, 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 pop. Because there's a lot of that in the Northeastern. And Bwana Duale is not genuinely popular on the ground. Yeah, very many people on the ground say that the person who won those elections was Farah Malim, okay, of the opposition. He's actually deputy leader of the Wiper Party. Yeah. Now, of course, he filed a petition which was not successful. He appealed, and then recently there was a very big headline that Farah Malim withdrew his petition. Yeah, so Aden Duale is home and dry, or so it would seem. It is not clear why Farah Malim withdrew that petition. And by the way, as I've said on this channel before, Farah Malim and Aden Duale are first cousins. Yeah, they're related. Anyway, currently we have no idea what backroom deals were done to make this possible. But that's what it is. My point is, when you get elected in an area, yeah, and you're really not the most popular candidate in that area, the other people slightly more popular than you are, or maybe much more popular than you are, you're bound to run into this kind of problems. Yeah, and of course matters are made much worse by the fact that you're known for your very biting remarks, which always rub people the wrong way. So the long and short of it is that there's trouble brewing in Northeastern, political trouble. Yeah, and the person on the receiving end is Majority Leader Aden Duale. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.